Welcome to our comprehensive tutorial on short selling. In this video, we're diving deep into the mechanics of short selling, its potential rewards, the inherent risks, and real-world examples to illustrate the concept. Whether you're a novice investor or a seasoned trader, understanding short selling can add a new dimension to your financial strategy. So, let's get started. First, let's define what short selling is. At its core, short selling is a financial strategy where an investor borrows shares of a stock they believe will decrease in value. The investor then sells these borrowed shares on the market. If the stock price falls, they can buy the same number of shares back at the lower price, return the borrowed shares to the lender, and pocket the difference. For example, imagine you borrow 100 shares of company XYZ at $50 per share. You immediately sell these shares, so you receive $5,000. If the price of XYZ falls to $30 per share, you can buy back 100 shares for $3,000. You return the borrowed shares and have made a profit of $2,000, minus any associated costs. Now, let's consider the risks involved in short selling. Unlike traditional buying, where the maximum loss is the amount invested, short selling has unlimited risk because the stock price can, in theory, rise indefinitely. For instance, if the price of XYZ instead rises to $100 per share, your loss would be substantial. You would need $10,000 to buy back the 100 shares, resulting in a loss of $5,000, plus borrowing costs. Let's take a look at how real-world events can impact stocks and short selling. A notable example is the GameStop saga in 2021. Hedge funds had shorted millions of shares, betting the price would fall. However, a group of individual investors coordinated buying efforts, driving the price up sharply and forcing short sellers to cover their positions at massive losses. So, how do you actually go about short selling? Primarily, it involves 4 steps: finding a broker with shares to lend, placing a short sell order, monitoring the stock, and covering the position. Make sure to do thorough research and understand the potential for margin calls, where the broker demands additional funds to cover potential losses. Let's dive into a practical question to test your understanding. If you borrow 200 shares of a stock priced at $25 each and sell them, then repurchase them at $20 per share, what is your profit excluding fees? The answer: your initial sale would yield $5,000, 200 shares * $25. Repurchasing at $20 per share would cost $4,000, 200 shares * $20. Your profit, excluding any fees, would be $1,000, $5,000 to $4,000. Lastly, let's touch on some regulatory aspects of short selling. Stocks often have short selling restrictions to prevent market manipulation, such as the uptick rule in the US, which states that short sales can only be executed on a price uptick. To wrap up, short selling is a sophisticated investment strategy suitable for experienced traders who understand the significant risks and rewards involved. It requires careful research, precise timing, and a strong stomach for volatility.